What's up? We are continuing our coverage of New York Comic Con 2019 here with Sci-Fi Wire. I'm Andre. How you guys doing for this wonderful Saturday? And I am very excited to announce this next person we're here talking to today. We got Noomi Rapace here. Hello.
Hi.
So many different movies. Of course, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series and all those movies. We got Close, you got Bright, you got Sherlock Holmes 2, and you are now going to be in Jack Ryan season 2.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your role in this. What can we expect from you in the next season?
Well, I'm playing this character called Harriet. She's a German spy, but we don't really know where she's from. She speaks lots of different languages. She's a total chameleon. She's pretty badass. You don't really know what side she's on, but like I love that.
Oh, so we got the whole like who do we can we trust you? Are you with us? Are you against us? Or maybe a little bit of both?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like there's not so much you can say to avoid spoilers.
No. So Jack Ryan and Harry meets in Colombia, and then they kind of go on a joint venture. But with like different agendas.
Oh, okay, so you're working together with Jack Ryan, but what he might be trying to accomplish and what you're trying to accomplish might be a little same path, a little different?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So what was it like to take on this role and play this character and have this sort of mysterious
well, basically I met with John Krasinski in London, and he just asked me if I wanted to come on board, and I've seen the first season and I loved it. It was so cinematic, so beautiful. It felt like a big movie. And I was a big fan of John, so I basically said yes before there was a script. I was like, yeah, I'll come and work with you any day. And then we started kind of basically building the character together.
Now, actually, it's interesting about that because it is an Amazon series, but just looking at the trailer, I just watched the trailer for season 2, and it's like the action in it, just from that trailer alone from the first season, very cinematic style of action, explosions, and things like that. So did it feel like a different vibe being a series versus being a
I feel like in today's time, more and more series are like long movies. You know, it's not like TV, and that's something. The production value on this one is so high, and we shot it in Colombia, London, New York, and San Diego. And it's just amazing sets. It was massive. It was a big production, but John Krasinski is like producer on it as well. And I feel like we very much created it felt like an intimate small production. We were like sitting and changing the script, working on dialogue, just like the three of us, me and him and the director. So it felt like it was quite intimate, even though it's a big one.
Do you feel like that you were able to contribute a little bit extra beyond just the performance, like into the story? Were you able to do that? I feel like this a little bit more than with other roles that you've done?
I always get involved.
Oh yeah, no matter what. I like that. So I was gonna say, one thing about you specifically is you have no problem with action. You have no problem with stunts. I'm guessing we're gonna see some of that in this as well.
Yeah.
So what would you say, what are the things that you've done from like your past performances you felt kind of prepared you for the action, or when you got in you were just like, oh, do this, jump here, whatever, I got it?
Well, I'm constant. I work out every day, and I'm quite strict with my routine and my diet. But when I was doing Jack Ryan, I started doing ice bath. Basically, you fill up your whole bathtub with cold water and ice, and you lie in there for like 3 minutes. It's like torture. What? But it's really good to reset your body. Yeah, if you travel a lot and you work out a lot, it's really good for you, basically for everything. So that was added to my routine on Jack Ryan.
All right, so you fill the tub with ice and you just sit all the way up to the neck?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah.
But I don't
promise?
know. 3 minutes?
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Boy. I might got it.
It's basically like a home version of cryotherapy.
Yeah, what I say. I just want to like wake up out of it. It's like, what year is it?
Oh yeah, you're like renewed, like reborn.
So that's great. Now the character of Jack Ryan obviously has been done multiple times in the various movies. What do you feel like with this series brings a little bit different to that character, or just a different take on that character, different from what we may have seen in the past?
I mean, I guess it's John Krasinski is a very he feels very much like a real person, you know, he's relatable. I think he's not like sometimes, you know, movie stars can be like, you know, they're almost like the dream guy, you know, there's this person that you wouldn't see in your normal life. Like John has this ability to kind of build a bridge between amazing things happening in a movie and still make it feel like it's your neighbor. You know, he has this amazing talent, I guess, to make things feel really authentic. And I feel like, you know, Jack Ryan now is it's quite down to earth, even though it's fantastic and very cinematic, and I feel like John is like navigating that perfectly, and I think that's kind of what I would say is new from the old films and everything. It just feels really real.
Yeah. Right? Well, I think that's important. I think that's an important thing to bring up. I mean, you probably do this as well from playing Elizabeth, but it's like sometimes it's good to have that character that's also the hero, but yeah, they're gonna have the flaws or failures at times, and not just be like everything is flawless every single time they do something.
I love the flaws.
Yeah. So we'll be seeing any kind of that with Aaron as well. Is there a little bit of like?
Oh yeah. I mean, when you get punched or when you fall, it's painful.
Yeah.
And that's something I always try to keep in mind, that, you know, if you've been running for 2 hours in a film, you know, it's hard to run. And you know, to kind of to let the audience feel it and see it, you know. So I always try to make things as real as possible.
Yeah, that's true. I saw what you went through with Prometheus, so I know that like you were willing to jump, take some falls and everything like that. So
cutting a little creature out of my body.
Yeah. Is there any franchise that you ever see and you're just like, I want to do some action in that? Is there anything else out there that you're like?
Oh wow, I have like, I mean, I always wanted to. I'm obsessed with the Joker. I always wanted to be the Joker, but like now with Joaquin, like, you know, that's like my favorite character of all times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can be his sidekick or something one day.
I've done that for that. I've done that. So yeah. Something I was saying before, you talk about the action and everything, but sometimes with some action films, it's all about the explosions, all about that stuff, so you don't get too much of the character. Would you say with Jack Ryan, particularly in season 2, developing more off the first,
oh, yeah.
do we get a lot of those just character moments where you get to learn?
Totally, and that was like one of the first things I spoke to John about, that we want to have moments when you get to know the characters. It's not just explosions and action, because for me it's like, if you can get both things in, it just makes it so much more powerful and interesting.
That's great. So since this is a series that's on Amazon versus being on like television, network, or cable, does that mean you guys get to do a little bit more, say a little bit more, or just do something that you may not be able to do on?
I mean, I speak like some German in there, and I speak some Spanish, and I was working with a German actor, and I'm not really sure what I said sometimes. It might be really dirty words in German. I don't know. But no, I mean, it was very much, it feels like a movie, like a script. It was like a proper script. So it was very much treated like a movie, I would say.
So if they ever wanted to do like a movie based on this version of Jack Ryan, you think it could be an easy transition?
Yeah.
That's cool. We should like rent a theater out, just like have them all play. So that'd be really cool. So obviously doing so many action, so many stunts, how many times do you hurt yourself? Are there pains that you just like, oh, that time, I remember that? So
I mean, I got my nose broken, I broke my toe, broke ribs, pulled a muscle in my tummy. I mean, basically, I have so many scars on my body, so you would be surprised. Yeah.
Does anyone ever try to stop you and you're just like, no,
I mean, it's weird because when you're in there, your adrenaline kicks in and you don't really feel it, and then it's like, okay, cut, that's a wrap for today, and then you like cannot barely walk, because that's when the pain hits you.
Yeah.
Because when you get concentrated, almost like I go into this bubble and I don't really feel anything. I'm like detached from pain, I guess. But then, when you're finished, you're done with the movie, and you can't walk in high heels for like 6 months because your feet are fucked up. That's like, that's no fun. Well,
apologies to your feet. But yeah, but you keep doing it. You keep going with it. Is that just something you just feel like it's important to the character? Is that you want to be a part of that as opposed to?
Yeah, I mean, I want to do it myself. It's really important to. I try to do as much as they allow me to do.
Yeah.
But when I did close, I remember we're doing a driving scene, and I'm in Casablanca, this city in Morocco, and I'm driving all the one of those small red pedicabs, like the mini taxis there.
Yeah.
And I'm out in real traffic because there's no way they can, we had to just go and go for real.
Yeah.
And the whole gear stick came out of my hand. And I'm driving, and I have the gear stick in my hand, and I was like, oh, okay. I just managed to jam it back in and managed to stop the car, but I was it was probably 30 seconds when I was thinking I'm gonna die.
Oh
This is where I died, in Morocco, in the crazy traffic jam, with the gear stick in my hand. And then I'm like, okay, I need to be more careful. But
oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm just I like to challenge myself, and I always try to do my best, and I'm quite stubborn, so it's hard for me to, I don't really take a no. When they're like, no, you shouldn't do this, I was like, but let me try,
That's a great one. I love that you also become instant mechanic in that moment, because you're just can't figure out how to put this right back
Survivor.
in. Wow, that's so great. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking
Thank
to
you
you
so
and
much.
just hearing about these. Yes, give it up for Noomi Rapace. And check out Jack Ryan. Season 2 comes out November 1st on Amazon. And stay tuned, we got more here at Sci-Fi Wire with New York Comic Con. We got Marvel's Hero Project interview coming up next, so stay tuned for that. And thank you all so much for checking us out here at Sci-Fi Wire.